my loves, and welcome to your general reading. This is for Aries. So for my Aries people, this is just a quick general reading for the week. So I hope you will enjoy this. If you do, please do like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, all that other great stuff. It helps me grow my channel. It is hugely important to me, and I would appreciate it so much because, of course, it is free. But we're going to go ahead and just do a general reading here and see what we've got going on for you. Okay, my lovely Aries. So we are going to start here. And of course, I will show you these cards. I know you cannot see them here. I am actually recording in my son's room. So, but let's go ahead and see what we've got going on this week. So I do see the Knight of Pentacles. And for those of you who watched my all signs love reading, I did see the Knight of Pentacles being your person coming back into you. So if you did watch that, I do feel like this is an opportunity where this person may be coming back to you, a stable person that you're interested in. However, if this isn't a relationship situation, this may be a very important offer for you, like a financial offer, a job offer. It could be some indication that, you know, income is coming in for you. But again, remember, this is a slow moving opportunity, but I do feel like something is coming in pretty big. The High Priestess card. Okay. We had this also. So if you do want to check out my all signs reading, please do, because these are cards that are popping up in that very much as well. But again, this High Priestess card is letting me know that you guys are really having some difficulty balancing things right now as far as decision making, right? You want this person or this job or whatever it may be to you, but at the same time, you don't like what it has to offer, okay? Or what it's not offering, perhaps. So you are very conflicted right now. You are like, okay, do I follow my head? Do I follow my heart? Do I trust that they're going to come around, or, you know, whether it's a job or a person or whatever, or do I just say, you know what, I need to move forward and do what I need to do for me, right? So I see that coming, but at least it lets you know that you are going to have some options. Okay. So for those of you who've been like, I'm not getting any responses from applications or job offers or whatever that I've been trying for, I'm not getting any response from my person or the person I want to respond to me, that will come. Okay. I definitely see that that is coming, and you will be given options. So that's a good thing. But down here we have the Six of Pentacles. Again, a card that definitely showed up in my, all signs reading here, where I do believe that you feel like this is going to be a balancing act. You know, whatever it is that's coming, it's not going to be completely what you want, right? It's going to be somewhere in the middle. How much can you really tolerate it? Okay. So if this is a person that's giving you opportunity to be back with them or be with them or whatever, you know, I do feel like they're going to come at you in a certain way, but you're going to be like, I need more. Okay. It's not going to be a situation where you're like completely thrilled. They're coming at you full steam. Remember, the Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving knight, right? They're going to be maybe not full span what you want or what you're hoping for, right? I do feel like a little bit of you is going to feel like I'm breadcrumbed, right? They're treating me like I am just some charity case, and that's the only reason they're spending time with me, right? Or that's the only reason they're offering me this job. They're offering me a job that maybe is less money than I thought I should get, right? So I have to balance. Do I still want the job? Do I still want to take it if it's not what I was expecting, right? I feel like this is something where you're going to have to adjust expectations if you want things to work, whether it's finances, family, love, whatever. Or, you know, you're going to have to just decide, do I feel like it's a good enough balance, or we can strike a good enough balance to make it advantageous for me? Or am I going to constantly feel like I'm being breadcrumbed? Because if so, that's where I need to walk away. But again, that's where you're having that decision choices. Okay. So let's see what your challenge card is. And let me switch decks for that, actually. Get a fresh deck for your challenge card. And I really feel like, obviously we always have a challenge, but I feel like really you are at the point where you are able to make decisions that maybe you didn't have opportunities on before. So that's big, right? That's a positive. But for those of us who don't like to make decisions, and I'm an Aries and I hate making decisions, I'd flip a coin most of the time in my life. So, you know, this may be a big challenge for you. You may be your own biggest challenge getting in your way. So let's see what your challenge card is. The Chariot. Absolutely. So how to move forward. That is your absolute huge challenge, right? We know this because for all intents and purposes, you really are on the fence. You really are like okay, I'm getting a little bit more than I was before. It's coming in slowly, these offers, these opportunities, these effort, whatever it may be for you personally. But is it enough, right? Is it enough for me to move forward? And that's your real challenge, is do you want to move forward expecting that it's going to be positive, good, come out in the best way, or that it's going to be you moving forward and your expectations are here and you're really going to have to lower them down to here, and you don't want to do that, right? You're like, I'm not interested at this point in my life, at this age of my life, to just, kind of take less than what I think I'm worth. Okay. And so you have to decide that. So let's see what we've got here as far as we'll get some clarification on the Knight of Pentacles for you. And it's strength. Okay. So the strength card is letting me know for sure that I feel like you are feeling strong enough to where you don't have to accept the offers that are coming into you if you don't feel like they are worth your time. However, being strong is also about being intelligent, right? So I think this is telling you you need to hold your ground, but not to a point where you cut your nose off to spite your face, right? You do not want to hold your ground with a person that you really don't want to lose, or a job offer that you really can't afford to lose. Even if it's not exactly how you want it right now, you have the strength to mold that or make it what you want over time. And you have to believe in yourself, okay? Because if you go cutting your nose off to spite your face, unfortunately, you could lose it all and then have no options again. And that's not where anybody wants to be. So let's get another card on the Chariot and the High Priestess, because I do feel like this is part where you're really struggling with that energy of, do I move forward with this, or do I move forward alone kind of situation on my own? Try for a new job, try for a new potential, try for a new house, try for a new whatever it is person. And we have the World. So I do feel like you already feel like whatever it has been for you, it needs closed out, right? It needs to be an ending cycle. So I feel like before you're ready to move your Chariot forward, you need to make a decision. Is this going to be the end of what we've had, or my search for a job, or whatever? It's an end of a season, an end of a feeling, an end of whatever, and you are wanting to move forward, okay? So I do think that this is telling you, make sure you close out any current situations, issues, jobs, other people, whatever, before you move forward. Okay, that's the biggest thing. So if you've got other people pursuing you because you've been waiting on this person and you're kind of like, I'm hedging my bets, right? I've got this person, but I really want that person. You need to close out the chapter before you move forward. Okay, or it's going to be chaos. It's going to be terrible, right? And part of that is that's where your strength comes in too. You have to really decide, is this Knight of Pentacles offer going to be enough for you to close out everything else to move forward? And that's really going to be your deciding factor. You have to decide, is it worth closing off everything else? Other job options, other people options. Do I trust this person, this job, this whatever enough to be what I want it to be? Or I can make it what I want it to be if I just work at it, before you move forward. But if you cannot close out the other options, job options, wishing for a different opportunity, wishing for somebody else, this person can come to you, but they're not going to ever be able to give you exactly what you want. And you're going to constantly be frustrated, or it's going to just be the same thing over and over. Then you don't want to move forward, because you're not able to close out one situation in order to continue or begin with a new one, right? And in all intents and purposes, that new relationship, if it's a relationship for you, could be the same as your old relationship, right? This could be the same person, but you need to start over with them. And again, I know I referenced that love thing, but it was very much that they wanted to come to you with a tower moment, starting over, because I think that's really where everything's going to need to be if this is an old job opportunity, or you're trying to move up in the old company and you're a little bitter about it, or it's a person and you're trying to see, do I want to get back with them? Do I trust them to be everything I need them to be? You'll have to decide that and close out the old chapter. Doesn't necessarily mean close out that job or those people or whatever, but just the chapter, and start over with better communication, better outlook, because if you're not expecting it to be good, it's not going to be good, period. End of story, right? So let's get some clarification on this Six of Pentacles and see what we're going to feel here. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, and I do think this is very important, because I do think this is telling me that you are open to the idea of working on this, okay? Working on this job to take the opportunity, and maybe, you know, if you've got an opportunity, but it's not as good as you thought it was, or you've got a job that you weren't just loving, but you've never really put the effort in to make it better, right? This is kind of about really and truly putting in the effort, right? You need to put in the effort to understand this person, this job. You need to put in the effort to try to make the best of it that you can, because you're a strong person. You can make anything happen if you keep the positive outlook, if you hope for the best. But again, is this somebody that you, or a job offer that you feel is never going to meet your standards? You're going to have to give too much of what you want in life, or feel breadcrumbs. Nobody wants that, right? But I do feel like you're willing to try. So I do feel like you are willing to try. I do think you and either this person or this opportunity will have another go round, but just remember, you are going to 100% have to let go of any of the bitterness of the past, the anger of the past, the aggression at the job, whatever it may be that was holding you back, okay? Because if you don't start with a fresh slate, you are going to carry all that baggage with you. It's going to be all this hard work, struggle will be for naught, right? But if you let that go, I feel like you can move forward and it will work out positively for you. You are strong. You can really have the world going forward. And if you're willing to work at it and they're willing to work at it, which I feel like they are, whether this is a business, an employer, a person, I feel like they're coming into you willing to make a logical opportunity for you. I think it's absolutely something that you can work on. We're going to grab a psychic energy card here. Psychic energy card for our Aries, please. And see what kind of energy you're going to move forward with. But I do see you putting some effort in and trying. So let's see how that will pan out. Hopefully this will be a good card for you. Let's get one here for you. All right, we have spiritual union. So I do think this is going to be a very positive thing. And I think the big deal here is that you are willing to start fresh. Whatever the opportunity is, person, place, thing, you're willing to put some work in at it, trying to understand, trying to make a balance here, trying to not over expect, or understand where they come from. You know, when they're saying this, maybe if it's creative or constructive criticism at work and you're really, you know, let it go, right? Close that chapter out, move forward, positive attitude. Because I do feel like that spiritual union, whether that's with friends, family, work, yourself, or this person being a love for you, I do feel like it's definitely going to be a united front, right? So once you make that change and decide you're going to actually put the effort in, and you're going to allow this person to try and show you, or this job to try and show you that you have the strength and ability to move up, to make it better, to make it happen, whatever it is, that you will really be in a much happier place. So hopefully this was helpful for you. If it was, please do like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, all that other great stuff. And I hope to see you back super soon. Bye.